this week's cruise chat. I'm Kathleen Penner, owner of Plenty of Sunshine Travel. And today on our cruise chat, I am joined by Maxine, and Maxine is from Celebrity Cruises. And she is actually on a cruise right now presenting to us. So first of all, thank you for taking the time on your amazing cruise to come and talk to us. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm super looking forward to your presentation. So over to you.
Thank you so much, Kathleen, and hello. It is such a treat and such a pleasure to be sailing again. In fact, Celebrity Cruises has been sailing since the end of May and building back all of our ships to the return to service since June. So this is my third Caribbean cruise since the restart. I also had the pleasure of sailing in the Galapagos Islands in August. So it really gives us confidence to see and experience it firsthand. Absolutely. I think the last time you and I chatted, Kathleen, it was the policies and the hypotheticals and what is it going to be like when we get back? But now we're here.
We're back. Actually, I think we chatted just after your Galapagos cruise. And if anybody wants to see that, I've made a playlist for each and every cruise line that I meet with. So look at the Celebrity Cruises and be sure to check out her amazing cruise that she chatted about.
That Galapagos is so special because it's a remote corner of the world where you're not interacting with anyone outside of the bubble. You're really just snorkeling with the sea lions and hiking with the blue-footed boobies. So amazing. Now having been on a Caribbean cruise on an ocean liner, we can really see the general protocol and what it feels like for Canadians to be back to cruising in a bigger concept. So to really just highlight and answer a lot of the most popular questions as to what it's like. First of all, it is fantastic. And I think the most important thing to remember or to realize is that it's not very different than what it used to be. Because all of the safety is either behind the scenes or pre-cruise. The focus is getting healthy guests on, fully vaccinated guests on, and making sure that everyone is healthy throughout. So the shows, the live music, the entertainment, the food, everything is at full operations so that you can still do everything you know and love about traveling. So,
I don't know about the rest of my subscribers, but I miss the food. I love cruise food. I just, I pour over the menus before we go away all the time. And I'm like, oh, I want that, that, and that. Now, which one should I narrow it down to? So I'm so happy that the food is back.
Exactly. I was most excited about that as well because I'm so tired of cooking for myself and the grocery shopping and trying to figure out what to eat. So coming back on board and not only having the main dining room where last night I had 4 appetizers, it's also the buffet. I get that question all the time. What is the buffet like? And it is full service. All of the stations are open. On Celebrity Cruises, the buffet has always been this beautiful market. So you have a different station for every cuisine. There's a whole bakery, your soups and salads, a grill, the pizza shop. It's all separate areas. So we have crew members at each one of those stations. So as you walk in, they have the plates, they have the cutlery, they have the serving tools, and they're simply serving you at every step of the way. So you still have the variety, you have the beautiful dining rooms, beautiful venues with all the safety. And I think that's going to stick around. You know, we would rather not touch the serving utensils and making sure it is the best experience possible.
Absolutely.
Another question we get often is masks on board. We don't need to wear masks. So we have all our theme parties. So tonight we're doing the all white, full moon party up by the pool. But at any of the bars and lounges, and as you're walking around in the shops on board, you do not need to wear a mask on board because Celebrity Cruises has decided to make sure that we only sail with fully vaccinated guests.
Okay. So you're not going to get that horrible tan line.
Exactly. I remember seeing some of those early cartoons of, that masked tan line. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Every vaccine is accepted. Canada, we know what we experienced in the different combinations, the different availability, the different age categories. So we have worked really hard with all of the health professionals and experts, and gotten that any of those combinations as fully recognized as fully vaccinated.
That's great.
So as long as you are fully vaccinated, you are welcome to come cruise with us. Now that right now is for those aged 12 and above. So the question, if you are traveling with someone younger than 12, we do allow unvaccinated youngsters under the age of 12. They would need to do more testing pre-cruise and at the terminal, and they would be wearing a mask at all times when they're not eating or drinking. So celebrity cruises, we don't have a lot of children on board. This cruise, there are 7. We still must maintain over 95% of the ship as fully vaccinated, including children. So there's no concerns where we would have hundreds of unvaccinated children. So it's very easy to manage that. So traveling out of Canada is also quite easy. We know that to get into the US, you need simply the rapid antigen test. So I went to my local pharmacy, did the antigen test, got the results right away. They printed out from the laboratory, and they're very versed with that because, as you know, a lot of people are getting back to travel. So it is a little bit of a temporary norm, very easy. I've heard Walmart and Costco pharmacies are also getting into the testing, so it can be as low as $16, $17. It's not very hard at all to travel into the US. And then getting on the ship was a total breeze. Because we are sailing at fewer capacity, there's less guests on board. Even in port yesterday, you feel like you have the beach to yourself because there's fewer ships in each of the destinations. So it's kind of a unique opportunity for you to be one of the first back on board. This sailing, we have about 500 guests on board from the capacity of 2,200.
Wow. Okay. That's a huge difference. That you'd really sense that. Yeah.
It's wonderful. The captain constantly refers to the ship as our luxury private yacht. And so you have if a non-cruiser, I feel like someone who has cruised before on Celebrity knows that we never have crowds on our ships. We build our ships to be larger than the capacities that we can hold. So we have larger pool areas, more public spaces, more restaurants, more bars. So even before all of this, it was never the kind of cruise that's going to have lineups or crowds at the pool and, trying to save pool chairs at the crack of dawn. But even more so now, physical distancing is not a concern. You do not need to worry about being in enclosed spaces. And that's something you really, you'll realize when you get on board how free it feels, how open, how safe, how secure you feel. Not only for the fact that there's only 500 guests on board, but because with confidence, everyone is fully vaccinated, everyone was tested to get on board the ship, and we even provide the testing at the end of the cruise for us Canadians to get back home.
Oh, fabulous.
So that's really great as well.
Yeah. Because that's something, sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer to get the test back because PCR is, not usually an instant result. So that's really good that you do that.
Yes, I got my letter actually last night. I have it right here. And you would pre-register. Okay. Yeah. And that way we will do our testing actually tomorrow morning. So this cruise is finished in 2 days. Tomorrow we're in the Bahamas. So we will do our testing the day before debarkation.
Okay.
And that way you have your printed results. They'll deliver the lab results that evening so that when you're walking off the ship, you can go straight to the airport. We've provided that service for you, which makes it really easy, because otherwise it's not required to have to do a test to get off the ship. So if we didn't do this service for our Canadians, you would be off the ship and have to find your own PCR test site and maybe stay an extra night. So it makes it easy. A lot of people opt to stay longer, you know, the cruise ends in Fort Lauderdale or Miami or Tampa. So sure, you can extend your vacation either before or after, but for those who are just there for the cruise and flying straight home, it does make it easy.
Yeah, that's fabulous, because it's so nice, like you said, just to go straight to the airport, not to worry about, oh, where am I going to get this done? How much is this going to cost? How long do I have to wait? It's stress-free, and that's priceless.
We take care of everything. Exactly. We have considered everything, and you know, us, the celebrity team in Canada, makes sure that our Canadian travelers have a voice, and that the U.S. operations is aware and familiar and understands the extra steps that us Canadians need to take to either leave Canada and come back into Canada. So when I look here and I look at all the cruises we've been doing since May, we were cruising Alaska, and that was fantastic. We didn't know if that was going to be possible with the Canadian ports closed, so we had amazing cruises. I saw some beautiful videos from the captains, and the weather was stunning. And we stayed in Alaska from July until the end of September. We also had 2 ships in Europe doing the Greek cruises from Athens, and our UK residents were able to sail in the UK even though their borders weren't open. They could kind of do a staycation cruise. And so we were able to service our UK residents in that way. They both did the transatlantic over, and we're going to have 8 ships cruising the Caribbean this winter.
Yeah, perfect.
So we already have most of them up and running, from Tampa, from Fort Lauderdale, from Miami, which is what I'm on today. And so if you haven't planned yet for this winter, there's still the opportunity, and a unique opportunity, as I said, where there's fewer guests on board, the safest vacation on the planet, for the fact that it's 100% vaccinated, the fact that everyone is tested. And what I like about it compared to any hotel or resort is that everyone starts on the same day. So contact tracing and controlling the environment is truly something to realize how safe it really is. And so there's, you would be able to guide your guests and your clients in regards to the medical facilities, the air filtration systems. It's 100% fresh filtered air. There's no recycling of the air between cabins or public spaces. And then remembering the ports of call. So we actually are able, when we get to a port of call, to be able to go and explore on your own. There are still a few islands in the Southern Caribbean where a celebrity shore excursion would be required. And we work with the local governments to see what they will allow, what is your nation's vaccine rates, and what is the safest way for our crews to operate. So majority of the ports, Nassau, Bahamas tomorrow, you can walk off the ship because all of our guests are fully vaccinated. Go to the beach, go to Atlantis. But we always recommend a celebrity shore excursion where we have vetted the tour operators, the bus transports, and really focusing on open air and outdoor excursions so we can guide you to the safest experience ashore as well. So for those who either already have their winter plans booked or they're waiting and more so focused on next year, next summer, we have all of our cruises. So next summer is wildly popular. You can imagine having 2 full summer cancellations in Europe and Alaska, etc., that we're seeing a lot of being sold out already. So you definitely want to make sure you are booking well in advance.
Yes.
We have a new ship coming out next spring in April.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow. The Beyond is going to be sensational. So she starts in Barcelona. We're going to have all 3 of our Edge series ships in Europe. Okay. The Apex that just came out this year will be in Northern Europe. The Edge is in the Mediterranean, and joining her will be the Beyond, doing Western Med in Spain and Italy, or Eastern Med in Greece. Fabulous. So definitely some really great videos to be seen of the design and concepts and new introductions with that. But then if you wanted to see it in person and be the first to see the cutting edge, gorgeous architecture, innovation, and design, that's really something special. Yeah. And what our guests love most on board our ships is the fact that the drinks are included, the tips are included, and this high-speed internet is included.
Yeah, amazing. Wow. Yeah, it's really nice not to have to, you know, pay little bits. Oh, a little bit more, a little bit for this, a little bit for that. It's all included. You don't even have to think about, well, what's my end cost going to be? So that's fabulous that that's done that way.
It really makes it easy to budget because, and I'll tell you, the pricing is fantastic. And Kathleen, you have wonderful special rates that your clients can access through you. So even if you were to look online at the celebrity website, Kathleen has better pricing on celebrity cruises. Yeah. So when you book with Kathleen, you're getting the drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi included at a reduced rate. I call it yesteryear pricing because, you know, Plenty of Sunshine and your umbrella organization, they take the pricing when we first released it, which was over a year ago. So anybody booking through you, exactly, they're basically pretending like they were the first to book because you already did the legwork for them.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. And that's a great way to do it because when the prices first come out, it's such a difference from what they are closer to the sailing, and it's a drastic difference. So absolutely. Yeah.
As the ship sells out, the price goes up. But Kathleen's price locked in from the beginning.
There you go.
Right now, and this is what people, you know, it's incredible, this offer. It's the best I have truly ever seen in my 8 years with Celebrity Cruises, where we are doing the second guest in the room at half price. And not only that you can see this is a promotion going through the middle of December, but it's for all sailings until the end of March of 23.
Wow.
So all of the cruises you want to plan in the next year and a half, the second guest is half off. And that 50% off comes off of your special rates, Kathleen.
Yep. So you're getting
exactly. So you're getting yesteryear pricing and then take another 50% off that.
So you're paying.
It's incredible.
Yep. That's amazing.
Yeah, we just want you to have a good time. We want you on board. We're practically giving it away. And with that, I booked all of my friends for January and February of this coming Caribbean winter season. And you're seeing it at $1,500 Canadian for a week on the 5-star brand new ship with the drinks, tips, and Wi-Fi included. I mean, beautiful pricing that we've never seen before. And we also have an air promotion that goes along with that. You know that you can book your air through Celebrity as well. We have special negotiated rates with all the different gateways. So Toronto or any gateway in Canada, where we're saving at least $100 or $200 per person to the Caribbean. So you end up paying $100 or $200 round trip nonstop with our favorite carrier. So really great opportunity to get on board a Celebrity Cruise right now. We're quite excited about that. Wow. But I just wanted to share my experience while I've been sailing. I think the most special piece of it all is the crew members. the service we're getting, the positive energy, the true love that we feel. They're excited to be able to be back at work, back in the environment with their friends and the guests that they recognize. You know, it's so special that you may not have cruised with somebody in the last 3 years and they'll still remember you from the last time you were on board.
Yeah, it's phenomenal how they can do that. They have the most amazing memories because they see so many people day in and day out, and it changes each week, but they remember, oh, this is your favorite drink. This is your favorite, bun or appetizer. And it's just, wow, they're phenomenal service.
I think my favorite parts thus far has been at one of our most famous locations on board is the Martini Bar.
Okay.
The Celebrity Cruises Martini Bar is very well known. On this ship, it's ice topped. It's a frosted surface, and the bartenders there. It's an oval shape, so you have the 360 degrees of seating all around it. The bartenders are famous for their bar flair, and they're juggling the bottles. Last night, I have to tell you, I was so impressed. He had a martini on his shoulder and a martini on his forehead. And he was pouring from the shaker and filling. It was an order for this couple. They had ordered lychee martinis, and he was able to pour one on his shoulder, one on his forehead on a moving ship, and they did it flawless, and the whole audience erupted with applause. It is so great to be back on board.
Yes. And the memories you're going to make are just, life-changing. That's just fabulous. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for putting all that together. I couldn't thank you enough for doing that. It's just great, and taking the time out of you being on board. And, I know that there's so many things to explore and to do, and I just appreciate you taking the time and meeting with us.
My pleasure, Kathleen. Thank you so much. I have a cruise to get back to, but we hope to see you all on board. Absolutely.
Have a great week, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this week's cruise chat with Maxine from Celebrity. It was really nice to see her aboard a ship. She was, I don't know if she mentioned, but she was on the Celebrity Summit. So that was really nice to see those rooms. They're just absolutely stunning. All of Celebrity's ships were redone during the shutdown when nobody was traveling. They took that time and they just refurbished all their ships. So it's brand new colors, brand new carpets, new mattresses, new everything. And with reduced capacity, it's just a treat to sail. It's, just really nice to get that personalized service, and it's great. Next week, I'm going to be meeting with Cindy from Norwegian Cruise Lines, and we're going to be going over some of their itineraries or promos, and we're just going to be covering some great stuff. If you're listening to this on the go on our Cruising the Waves podcast, head on over to our YouTube channel so that you can see some of the nice images that we had there. Also, if you're interested in listening to this on the go, you can listen to this on any of your favorite channels, on any of your favorite podcast channels, and you can subscribe to us over there. It's Cruising the Waves podcast. I also have a Facebook page and Instagram, which we post on frequently. So if you want to get in on the conversation, just come on over and join us. It's also Plenty of Sunshine Travel. Just make it nice and easy. It's straight across the board. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see everybody next week. Goodbye, everybody.